This podcast is sponsored by Talkspace. You need a therapist, and I'm not one. Improve your mental health in the most convenient and affordable way with online therapy at Talkspace.com. Hello and welcome to Life Coaching Comedians. I'm your transformational life coach, Alexis Charday, and I have a returning client, Charles Kelly. He's a superficial comedian.
Yes, I'm superficial.
Oh, Charles, how are you doing?
I am doing great. It's very hot in my tiny apartment.
Oh, Charles, please cover up. That is highly
Yeah, I thought
inappropriate.
I thought I thought what I had on was going to be good, but I was burning up.
Okay, yeah, I'm in a relationship.
Oh my goodness.
So, speaking of relationships, what's going on? Are you still dating Flat Booty Judy?
No, I moved on.
Oh, okay. And how did that go?
It went well. I looked her right in the eyes. I said, "Listen here, flat butt.
Mm.
I love you, but I got to move on."
And she took it well?
Yeah, she was already moved on.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
Yeah. Well,
the win-win.
one man's trash is another man's treasure.
Huh,
Yeah.
yeah.
So how long ago was the breakup? How long ago did you call it off?
Oh, it was weeks ago. Right after,
Week.
right after we got done, I thought about it, and I deserve better.
Okay. And I'm sure she does too. Yeah. So like right after our session, you went and did it, or you
I
thought
want
about
to
it for?
hold on. Let's say something right now that I just yes, after our session, I went and did it. I'm
Okay.
thankful a woman just messaged me that it wouldn't be good to go on a date with me. So I just got that.
Oh, just now?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. So you asked a woman out on a date and she said no.
Um, I feel bad. I didn't mean to ask her, but like
Mm.
I was bad. I was not nice to her.
Mm.
Um, I kind of blew her off, so I felt like
Mm.
you know I could take her out, you know, but she didn't.
Okay.
She didn't want that.
Okay. So when you say that you weren't nice to her, is it because you blew her off, or were you not nice to her and then blew her off?
No, it's because I blew her off. We
Okay.
actually had a great time together. It was it was cool.
Mm-hmm. And so what happened when you blew her off? Was it an intentional or?
It was it just happened. I wasn't committed to it,
Were you
and
on were you on drugs, Charles?
yeah, I was probably on drugs, but
Mhm.
I um I just knew what she wanted. I couldn't give her. And I
Mm.
unfortunately didn't communicate that the best way.
Mhm. So you ghosted instead.
Yeah, I just kind of like I walked away.
Okay. 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 So then after you've had some, thoughts about it and you decided, this is a nice woman and then you tried to shoot your shot again, you got
Well, no,
shot
no,
down.
I wasn't shooting my shot again. I mean, I am a nice guy, and I figured, this is what happened. She asked me to make reservations, and at the time, it was the funniest thing in the world to me because for her to think I'm a type of guy to make reservations was hilarious to me. But
Mhm. Mhm.
you know, um, I've grown into a person that has now made reservations, and
Mm.
I
Growth.
I thought about her when I did it because she was the only one to ever ask me, and
Okay.
so I was like, I could make reservations for us, not really wanting to do anything with her. I was hoping we could just eat and leave.
Mhm.
So no intentions.
Well, so that's nice. Okay, so now you can take that skill. Now you know how to. Was that your first time ever making a reservation?
Yeah,
Oh, wow. Okay.
At
And
the first I made a reservation for it did not show up, but
mm,
I figured I'd go all the way with it.
I see. I see. So how come you never thought about the reservation world before?
You know, I don't know. I mean, I'm just getting older. It's just more things to do. I like ambiance,
Hmm.
you know.
Hmm.
So I don't know. I don't know. I was I don't know.
Yeah. Well, reservations do help show that you're making a commitment to,
Yeah,
whoever it is you're going to dinner with, whether it be business partner, colleague, girlfriend, or woman of interest, or
I just asked him.
whatever. Yeah. It's not. It's a form of commitment. It's not a wedding ring commitment, but a reservations.
Can we move on to my family?
Oh, sure, sure, Charles. I'm sorry. I didn't realize that you wanted to speak about your
Ah,
family. Oh,
yeah,
yeah, that's right. Your father. What's going on with your
yeah,
father? Yeah.
yes. That it took me
Hmm.
25 days to find out who this man was,
Okay.
and I have figured it out. Man, I just want to say that I don't know. I feel kind of bad because I'm like mean to him. I
Oh, you're
message him
mean
mean
a
things.
lot lately. Hmm.
Well, no, I message him mean things, but I will say him not telling me who he is
Hmm.
and me having to do this whole fucking detective mystery shit. I think that was better than him telling me who he was.
Mm.
Because there was I went through the ups and downs of trying to find this
Hmm.
person. All I had was my grandmother's name, no, my great grandmother's name,
Hmm.
and on Ancestry they show you some cousins and stuff. So I hit somebody up, and this lady, the first lady I hit up, actually gave me the most information. She gave me, she said Lizzie had a bunch of kids, and it was some guy. She gave me his name. So once I found out all of the kids Lizzie had, I was like,
Hmm.
one of them had my father.
Hmm.
And I
Hmm.
knew the name that I was going after, Ash. That's the
Okay.
name I was looking for. And the funny thing is, my mother would joke with me my whole life about my father not being my father and that it
Mm.
was Arthur Ashe.
Mm.
So
Arthur.
Arthur Ashe, yeah. So, but
Arthur
that's not my
Ashe.
father's name. That's a cousin, I guess. I don't know, uncle. But
Hmm.
um, now I got like 7 kids from
Hmm.
Lizzie and Wilson, and one of them had my father. So this is what I do: I eliminate the guys because the
Hmm.
guys are going to keep their name Wilson.
Hmm.
How did one of the girls switch to Ash? Because whichever one did, that one had my father. And I
Hmm.
found it. And I found it. And I, I was so happy. I was so elated by
Hmm.
finding this discovery. And then I'm like, damn, I just got my grandparents' names. Now I
Hmm.
had to find him. And once I found him, I was like, I am good. I am so
Hmm.
good. I looked him up, and this son of a bitch, he has a picture of himself when he was a kid. And I swear to God, when I looked at it, it looked like me. I was,
Mm.
God damn. And then I see all these pictures, all these fucking people with big ears. I'm like, this is it.
Let me see your ears.
I mean,
Oh, I mean, they're like Will Smith ears. They just stick out a little bit. They're not
yeah,
big.
that's what everybody said, but
Yeah.
they
Yeah.
stick out.
Those are cute ears. Those are quite
Okay.
adorable.
Well, but my whole life it was a thing. You should see me when I was a kid. My whole life it was a thing. These fucking ears. That's why I grew my hair,
Mhm. Mhm.
my ears. So my goal is I don't really want a relationship with this man. I could care less. But since he was so dismissive to me, I want to call him.
Mm.
I want to call him, and I've been searching every book, every. I've done everything but called his neighbor,
Mm.
and it might come to that. I'm not against calling the man's neighbor,
Mhm.
um, but man, and I tried to call my aunt. She dumb. I accidentally called my brother, who I didn't know was my brother,
Mhm.
and I thought it was my cousin. But I asked him, does he know? Bill, and he was like, "Yeah, that's my dad." I was like, "Holy shit!" So that was a revelation.
Mhm.
So
So when you say, so have you talked to this man before?
I
It was
never,
it kind of
no one never knew this man. Never knew
Oh,
exact.
okay.
My whole
Okay.
life, um, even though my mother joked that the guy I got my name from wasn't my father, we just, you know, we kind of assumed he was my father.
Mhm.
But
Mhm.
he, I never looked like him.
Yeah. So where does it stand now? Does your father know that you know now and
Yeah,
he's ghosting you?
yeah, I would say he's ghosted me. He's been ghosting me the whole time. I mean, once Ancestry came up and it was like father, he knew right then and there that I was his kid.
And was that the man that you spoke to before that said that wasn't your father?
Yes, I messaged him because I didn't
Oh,
really
mhm.
understand the whole ancestry thing. I was like, "Am I your father? Are you my father?" And he said, "Neither." And I was like, "What is that? That doesn't. That's some dumb shit right there. Like, what did you mean, neither? Like the DNA says right here, you fucking half of me. I mean, I'm half of you. So
Do you think that maybe it's an honest mistake and that he really didn't know and maybe
no,
thought
no,
that
no,
was
no. You can no, and that's what I know. He probably didn't know that he got my mother pregnant. But when I come up on the thing as your
Mhm.
child, I mean, there's no neither there.
Yes, I agree. But some people don't. I mean, I don't know what generation he is, but some old men, especially black men, are stubborn and they just want to be right. So maybe it's an ego thing. And I mean, you got a little bit of ego yourself, so you're gonna be battling a worse version of you because you are the offspring.
For
So
me, that's funny. Well,
he's
I
probably just as much superficial as you are. I mean, do you know what his wife looks like? She probably
I
has a big old booty.
I don't know what his wife looks like. I do know everything about him, but besides that,
Mhm.
I've just learned so much. And that's kind of why I kind of wish he would have just told me because now I know way too much about this person.
Mhm.
So,
So when did you last when was that you spoke to your brother?
probably, man, maybe a week ago.
Okay. Did he say if he still speaks to your guys' father?
You know, he told me a little bit that wasn't, positive
Oh,
about
so
him.
he doesn't like him.
I mean, I don't know if he doesn't like him, but I don't know if they're like, if he's the dad, yeah, I don't know about that.
Okay. Okay. So I'm just curious on if your father like knows that you've been calling around and I wonder if your father knows if you
He's
know
got
that.
to know. He's got to know because I've called my aunt, and she
Mhm.
was so dumb. Like that's what's weird to me. She was so dumb. I called her, and the answer machine says who she is, and then she
Mhm.
answers, and I'm like, "Hello, can I speak to her?" She's like, she's not here. Wrong number." I'm like, "What?" I'm like, "Well, let's talk about this. Did anybody work there name this for? Let's like help me out here. Now, this call is being recorded." I'm like, "What are you talking about?" So
Hmm.
I'm pretty sure she told him because she's dumb.
Okay. Do you think that maybe I mean, is the guy loaded? Is he trying to protect?
That's what I was like. I'm not trying to get nothing from you. I'm 40. I'm almost 40. What would I be looking to get? He's not like the crafts. He's not an heir to anything. So
Mhm.
no, he has no. He's a scammer.
Mm. Mm. Interesting. Maybe he thinks that you're scamming him because you reap what you sow.
Yeah, and I'm kind of
Where
like,
does he live? I mean, can
I,
you just
that's the
show up
Georgia.
on his doors?
I could
Georgia.
actually. We were thinking about that. Like me and my nieces were like, we could just show up. We do. We have his address. Like, what is he gonna do?
Ooh, I just had a fabulous idea, Charles.
Hmm.
I'm looking into breaking into late night television, and my family
Um,
lives in Georgia, so maybe we can do kind of like an on
a
foot
trip.
special. Can
Oh my
hire a
god.
camera guy to follow us in, and we'll do an on the spot interview. Group therapy session.
I don't know. I don't know if he'll do a sit down.
Mm.
That's funny.
I am quite the negotiator. I mean, I'm better than Gail King.
I give you that.
Yeah. So, how are you feeling, Charles?
Actually, like I was feeling very down.
Okay.
To be honest, it was the drugs. I did a lot of drugs, so I
Mhm.
was feeling down. Because at first I didn't think I was gonna find him. I thought I was kind of like at a dead end, and I'm also looking for my mother's parents because she was adopted. So, and I was just dealing with that, and then I went on this horrible date with this crazy woman, but she had a big butt, so I was kind of sad
Did
about
you put
that.
your face in it?
And no,
I'm
unfortunately,
sorry, that
no.
was highly inappropriate.
No,
I was
that
just
that
hoping you'd get a little upper, that's not
I mean, believe
necessarily.
me, it would have been. I
Yeah.
mean, she was crazy though. She was
Well,
crazy.
let me ask you this, Charles.
Okay.
In this journey,
Yeah.
that you're on, I mean, life is a journey, and now you're in this self-discovery journey, your base chakra, which is your tribe, probably isn't whole. It's probably broken. It's probably off balance because you've been wondering who's my daddy and what does he do your whole life. And now you're starting to get closer. You're starting to get closer to the answers. Now, while you're on this quest and getting these answers, how are you going about this quest? Or do you think you're being manic about it? Do you think do you think you're being controlling? Are you being obsessive over it, or are you going with the flow? What is your approach with finding these
Uh,
answers?
that's a really good question. Um, it really depends on them. The way they act is the way I act. Like I said, it's nothing to me to call his neighbors
Mhm.
because the way he's acted towards me. But I also have family that I found that I have a love and respect for, and that I try to like. It's we're going about it at the same. They're trying to
Mhm.
figure it out as well, so that's cool. But I try to be gentle if need be because again, there's so many families.
Mhm.
There's three different families I have to that I was dealing with, and older people that I'm talking to, and so I'm not rushing them to do anything. I'm not calling everybody for them. So I'm persistent, but I'm not crazy.
Have you sent any messages to your father aside from when you had your interaction on
Oh yes,
Ancestry?
yes. Because it was more like because I see you reading the messages.
Mhm.
So once I see that, I'm like, okay, I'm gonna just. So I was like, if I guess you, you got to tell me who you are. And I was just kind of going through as I was finding stuff like, this is your grandmother. This is it. So I was doing that. And uh, recently I left him a long ass message because he read a bunch of it. But it recently after I discovered who he is. Like after I figured out I know who you are.
Mhm.
That's when I left him a long message. But
Do
letting
you,
him
do you feel
know,
comfortable with sharing the details of the message?
I mean, really, it was just I would have beat his ass in football because I saw he play football,
Oh,
and
okay. That's
like
friendly.
I'm not trying to. I don't want nothing from him. I
Mhm.
understand the circumstance. Shit happens. Life is life, and
Mhm.
you probably didn't know you had a kid. But all I'm looking for was just like a little information about you, a little information about the family. That would have been cool for me. I'm
Mhm.
not trying to hunt anybody down. But I just told him like it's weak. It was weak. Like if somebody comes to you, like help them out. I mean, I help them out, but like be a man. Like what the fuck? So that's pretty much the gist of it.
Yeah. Have you, talked to your mother about any of this lately?
So the mother passed.
Oh, I'm so sorry to hear
Yeah.
that.
So that's really what I do though.
Did your father know? Did
No,
you mention
my
that to
father
him?
didn't even. This guy didn't even know anything. He didn't
Okay.
exist. Yeah, he didn't exist. Um,
Well, I
But
mean, like, does your father, I mean, did you mention in the messages that your mother has passed? Does he know who your mother is?
no, I haven't said that to him.
Okay.
Yeah.
Um, yeah,
And I'm
well,
actually very descriptive when I be like, I haven't told him I know, I haven't exposed his name. When I say
mhm.
I haven't said his sister's name, so I'm really weird.
No, that's fine. I mean, your privacy is important. Um, well, I mean, I'm glad that you're going at it about a way where you're really just looking for some information. You're not being too aggressive or anything like that, but maybe try reaching out maybe one final time. I don't know if you have an address, maybe mail a handwritten letter to or something like that. The art form of hand letter writing, it's
I would never write him a handwritten note, but for a woman, a beautiful woman, I would do a lot for a woman I liked, you know?
yeah. So, I mean, with all this going on, do you even have the energy or the desire to find your BBL?
Yes, yes. Um, I'm always, looking. I'm not hunting women down, but I
Mhm.
think my nieces deserve an aunt. So,
Okay.
you know,
That's a very nice way of looking at it. That's very
yeah.
sweet and considerate of you. Yeah, yeah.
And I think out of all my friends or the people I know I hang out with, I'm the only one that doesn't have a woman that loves
Okay.
me. Yeah.
Does that bother you? Does it make you sad?
No, I kind of always felt like I was always that guy anyway, you know?
Mhm. Mhm. Yeah. Yeah. Well, do you feel like your luck is like do you feel like you're going to find that person soon, or are you feeling hopeful or hopeless? Where are you at there in your
You
mindset?
know what? I'm gonna be a little too honest. There is a chick that I do really enjoy,
Mhm.
but um, I don't want to bite off more than I can chew.
You don't
'Cause
want
I
to,
don't
I'm
want
sorry,
I don't
repeat
want to
that
bite
again.
off more than I can chew. I don't want to hurt
Mm.
anyone,
Is
and
is
but
is
I
is
really
her is
do.
her ass really big? Is that what you mean by bite off more than what you can
Well,
chew, or
literally, yes. I mean,
okay.
but I don't want to hurt anyone, and I definitely want to be forthright with my intentions. But she's not a chick for me that I would just like want to have sex with once and never see
Mhm.
again. It's a,
Okay, so then why don't you pursue her with that kind of energy that
oh my
you're
God, I've been like, man, as Trump
you
said,
can start with a reservation.
I
You're
did.
good
That's the
for
one
that.
who canceled. That's the one who didn't show up.
Oh, okay. Well, she canceled though. She gave you notice.
Yeah, yeah.
Okay,
I would have loved that
so
she wouldn't. I really wanted her not to tell me so I could just sit there and wait. I wanted the whole experience of being that guy. So,
okay, okay. So when was this that she canceled on you?
Friday.
Okay, so that was just 6 days ago. No
Yeah,
big deal. Okay,
yeah. It's
so
not the worst.
did you ask her when she canceled if she wanted to reschedule? Did you guys schedule a time?
Yeah,
Like,
see, the thing is, this is what I don't want to say too much, but I've been moving on her like a bitch for at least a year. A year had to be a year.
okay,
A
okay.
year. She doesn't say no, doesn't say yes, and I mean that
Mm,
in the literal sense. It's so cryptic.
there's
It's
a
so
vibe.
weird.
You
Yeah,
feel the vibe.
I think, but I don't know. I've
Have
never
you
had.
ever asked her straight
Yes,
forward?
yes,
Okay.
yes, and it's
In person, eye to eye, hand in hand?
no, I've never asked her hand in hand.
So, is
No,
this,
I definitely
social
should.
media messages, text
I
messages?
definitely should have. I might have. I'd be on drugs, so I might have sent anything to her. I don't know.
Do you think maybe that's why she's not giving you a straight answer because 'cause you're on drugs a lot?
No, everybody does something, you know.
Well, yeah, everybody does something, but I
Yeah,
mean,
and if people if you calculate it, I don't do as much drugs as people drink.
that's true.
So that's my like, I don't know. I don't know.
That's what makes you feel good about yourself.
Yeah, that's what makes me feel good about myself in that
That's
sense
fine.
because I
Yeah.
don't drink. I just I can't do it. So, you know, I do drugs.
Well, I think that you should keep pursuing her because let me tell you, Charles, my man, he was after me for about 2 years, possibly longer. Yeah.
Yeah.
And for me it was we've known each other a real long time and I just didn't want to risk it, you know.
Yeah. That's what I don't want to say again, I don't want to say too much, but that has come up before like because it is we do have a good thing together, you know, as
So,
friends.
why don't you look at it this way, Charles? Why don't you just keep working on building the friendship, building the trust, being there, just being a solid dude. And there will be a moment where it will just click. It will click for her, and then it will click even more for you.
That's
And
what I don't know.
you don't
I
know what. You don't think it'll click for her?
no, it's just for me, I know when a woman likes me. I know what it looks like. And
Women are complicated. It might take them a while. It might take them a while because we have our
okay.
guards up, especially with someone. And think of it this way too, Charles. Maybe she is still on her own journey for self-worth. I think you are too, just a little bit. And usually your counterpart is on the same part of your journey together because you're a
So
direct reflection of one another, right? So there'll be a moment where you'll be feeling worthy and remembering who you are and what you deserve. And that will be happening with her at the same time, too. And whether it's her or not. But the other person, you guys will meet at that point where you're both at the point of discovery that I am worthy and deserving of a loving partner. And also working on yourself to be the person that you want to attract. I'm very hopeful for this young lady that you have on your heart, and I just want to encourage you to keep working on yourself, Charles.
yes, I'm definitely gonna work on myself tomorrow.
Not today. We're gonna start tomorrow.
Oh yeah.
Okay, why not start now?
Well, because I'm showing you my shirt of what I'm doing tomorrow.
Oh, is that a shroomy shroom?
Yeah.
What? Oh, it's blue. Interesting. Interesting. Okay, so you're doing that tomorrow. You're gonna do a self discovery inward journey
Yeah.
with. Okay, good for you. Good for you. I'm glad. How many grams are you doing?
Three?
Wow. Are you gonna fast beforehand?
No, I'm gonna eat a bunch.
Oh, you should fast. You should do a juice fast.
Oh, a juice fast.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Get you some good fruit and juice in your system, liquid diet and maybe get a notepad and just be open to receiving, you know?
Oh, well, I don't know about receiving, but I'll be opening.
Well, I mean, receiving messages from the good Lord, universe, Father, Earth, Mother, Sky, you
Yeah.
know? Yeah. Yeah.
Okay.
I'm proud of you. I'm proud of you, Charles.
Oh, well, thank you. I am proud of me.
Good. Yes, you should be. You should be. So, yeah, I'm so glad that you came back and felt trusting enough to come back and share more with me. Um,
I
yeah, I
was
want to
worried.
hear. You're worried?
I was worried because I was like, oh no, what if I don't have anything good to say when I come back? If I come back like, you find anything new? I'm like, no, I'm stuck. So I was really
Well,
happy to find him because I was like, yeah, I get to share that on the show.
yeah, of course. Well, it's not about just being able to share fun things, but we're making Charles better so he can find or obtain the woman of his
Hmm.
dreams with the big
Yeah.
fat booty. Yeah. Juicy booty. Yeah. Yeah, he's practicing grabbing it. I like that. I like that. Well, Charles, I'm so glad. I hope that you have a safe journey tomorrow.
Oh, definitely.
Um, yeah, and maybe next time you can kind of share your epiphanies and self-discoveries and things like that if you so desire.
Oh, of course.
Um, but yeah, if any of you out there are, struggling with finding your counterpart or finding out who your father is, follow Charles on Instagram at Charles420, and you can connect with him there and go see some of his comedy shows. And this is a place to be enlightened. So make sure you subscribe and hit the bell so you can join us every Sunday. Well, Charles, thank you so much. And we'll see you guys all next time.
See
Alrighty.
you.
Bye
Bye
bye.
bye. Well, it was fine to me. I mean, I had a good time. We've talked, so much. She uncovered so much. I cried. I was crying a little bit, which never really happens, but I had a good time. So, you know, when she get a couch, I'd come sit on it.
Wow. I honestly didn't think Charles was gonna come back. I really didn't think. I thought maybe he would do some drugs and totally forget, and I don't know, maybe fall off a cliff or something. But I'm glad that he is self-aware and that he's on this self-discovery. Finding his father, I think, is a good thing for him. Maybe he'll do less drugs now. Maybe if he actually has a conversation with his father. And it sounds like he's found his dream girl and or has known her for a while. And I think if he keeps coming back, I could help him get into that relationship. I mean, I'm that good. I'm that good.